besides this truck that's going by. Like she said, my name is Shannon Houle. I'm from Beaver Lake Cree Nation, Treaty 6 territory. One of the things I want to say as a mother, grandmother, and a descendant of these lands is this is where my ancestors come from. We didn't board a boat. We didn't fly on a plane. We didn't come from an ostrich. We were here. We come here. I will return to the land. This is where my blood comes from. Before Columbus got lost, this is where my people were. There was laws that those governments had across the ocean that also stated they couldn't force themselves on other people, religions, or anything. But for some reason they felt they were okay to do that and come here and do that and take over. Why? Money. Resources. Canada alone has one of the strongest resources in this world. It's not oil. It's not gas. It's water. 1% of the world's water that we can drink. That's all there is in the world. 1% that we can drink, fresh water. But 80% of that is here in Canada. Now that's a resource. That makes us very, very rich. And it's not something that was given to us freely. There was an agreement with the Creator to respect what was that we need to survive. It's one of the things, the 4 laws. That means that the people that were here on these lands had laws that we were governed by. We were governed by land, air, water, fire. That meant that we were not lawless people. That meant that we had well-functioning societies. That meant that we have done pretty damn good governing and taking care of ourselves. Then all of a sudden, people decide they want to tell us how to manage our lives. But yet, we never had unemployment before. We had 100% unemployment. Employment. Everybody knew their responsibility. Everybody knew where they belonged. Children were told by their gifts what their responsibility is. You know, treaties not new. We had treaties before. We had peace treaties. We had treaties that went generation to generation. Before written paper, we didn't need to write them down. Not because we were illiterate, but because we honored those so much that we had people assigned in our societies that had to know our treaties verbatim. And they had to pass that on generation to generation. Each generation had to honor that. And that's where we are today. The other side of the agreement is not honoring those treaties. And part of that is people need to know the treaties. I sat across the table from Dr. Schindler and other scientists, and they told us we need to know It's the last best defense we have to protecting these lands and our resources. Why? Because our treaties are the strongest treaties in the world. Not policies or lack of consultation, but our treaties. We need to stand up and speak and be loud. Last year when I stood at the steps of the Canada Place in weather colder than this, there was 1,500 of us. People think that we're quiet. A lot of us are in rooms right now making and writing and doing what we have to. We're going out there, uniting. But we still need each other. But the strongest thing we got for sure is our ceremonies, our cultures. Because there's people right out there right now doing ceremony for us. And that's the strongest. We need to get loud, people. We need to have agendas. We need to get things done. I can stand here for hours and talk. What's that going to do? But it's our action that's going to speak. We've got people out there who are putting their lives on the line to protect the land, the water. I've been out there. I know what it's like when I'm trying to pick medicines and I can't because they're poison. And the water I see where my medicine is sitting has gas and oil floating. I had family who had cancer. I went to find those medicines to try and save them. I find out companies like OSA, CNRL, all these other companies have torn down my sacred sites, our sacred medicine sites. That medicine isn't there anymore. When are we going to stop them? Why does the industry have first say? Right now they've got these bills coming through trying to tell us that industry has first priority to our water. If there is a shortage of water, they have first priority. Now that I'm in leadership, I'm in those doors, I get to hear what's going on now. An industry has access to more water, is using more water in this province than we are. So if there's a choice between our lives, who should have first priority? Us! And that's where we should always remember, we are worth it! We deserve it! Scream it! Yell it! But I don't stand here for me because I stand here for my grandchild, our grandchildren. I'm sitting here coughing.
Not very good air here at the legislature.
No. It makes me think of when I did that healing walk this May. I ended up in the hospital after.